So we are in a greenhouse on a little island called Weizhou, and it's a little bit different than greenhouses back in Utah because they sell pineapple plants in pots, or orange trees
tiny
in little pots, or large orange trees in pots, and these beautiful orchids. Hi boys, here's one of the latest cars by Porsche. It's a little electric car, tiny little electric car. There's Porsche. Anyway, fun. We're hiking down this mountain and came across a hole, and this hole is enormous. That's probably 30-40 feet down there. Okay, we are in a little village east of Luzhou, and this is all one tree that goes way over here, back down into the ground. It's a banyan tree. And this tree, and it's, hi Rosie.
Hi.
And this tree they're over 1,000 years old. And you need to see how wide this trunk is here. That's like 20 feet across. Anyway, you can see better. The banyan tree sends out little shoots or vines, and then they grow into the ground and become other trunks to support it. So cool. Okay, here's another banyan tree on the other edge of the village here. And just look how it's pulling the wall out from there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's an enormous tree. Stand under there, Rosie. I'm gonna continue to. Now you can see how big that tree is. To see you under it, it looks fake. It's just amazing. Okay, this is a really ancient tradition in China that Rosie has not seen in Luzhou for more than 20 years. But people put these blessings on the side of their door. These go above the door and these go on either side of the door. This is the one that we had made. And these old artists, they're writing them by hand. nowadays people buy printed ones and they're not nearly as beautiful. But you used to be able to go to the parks and hire people to do this. We're out front of the Wuzhou Museum, and they're just doing it as a public service for people for nostalgia's sake. And it is so busy, everybody's so excited. And they were so excited to have a foreigner here. They took so many pictures of me. And as soon as ours is dry, they're gonna take me into the museum and take pictures. Anyway, so fun to stumble across this. What does it say?
Oh, you don't read Chinese.
Oh.
This is for the pass-bys, campers, and the visitors for the temple.
And what does it say?
I want to tell them the mountain can absorb metal, glass, and if they can bring it piece by piece, one takes one piece, the mountain will be more beautiful. And I don't know what to say. Okay. I want to lose my coat.
Okay. So we are in a tiny little village up in the mountains, not very far outside of Luzhou. These tiny little roads, and that is just the cutest little bridge here. And there's a bunch of little chickens up there. That is the original building material of this area, and it is clay. Oh, here's a better example right here. This is all just old clay. And there's Rosie. We're on our one wheels. Here's a really old building here. I'm going to show you a better picture of that from around here. But I want to show you something. So we are out in just a very poor area, but look at how clean. Like everything is swept. And there's Rosie's coat on the ground. That means it fell off of her, probably. Here's this building, and they are drying this is a kind of a vegetable that they dry and they put in soups. But you'll see just how clean it is. There's no chicken poop anywhere. Well, there was some there, but it got cleaned up, even though they live here with chickens. Anyway, there's a mountain out behind them. There's that old house again. Anyway, cute little town. Thought you might like to see it. Say hi.
Hi.
Here's a woman bringing in her garden vegetables. I'm gonna head back down this road. There is the village that I was showing you, or the portion of the village I was showing you over there. But this little road was really beautiful. It's a really old traditional clay building here. The newer cinder block type buildings. This is a very little humble house to my right in here. Ni hao. There's their chickens. Here's a little fruit tree that we have to bend down to go under. And then we're back up to where we started. Anyway, this little tiny village is called Industry Town. And I think it's such a sweet little name. And here's the cute little woman that keeps her patio perfectly clean. I just wanted you to see this beautiful, beautiful valley. This is where Rosie and I parked the car, and which we're coming up to. These are all orange trees, tiny little mandarin orange trees. They don't call them mandarin oranges here, they're just oranges. And we gathered up these plants with their roots, and we are gonna take them home, and Rosie's gonna transplant them. She has a little green thumb and loves to have her little, she mostly does succulents, but she's gonna try some of these. And these little purple flowers taste exactly like vinegar, and they're so fun to eat. And here's Rosie's cute little car. So here's Rosie's little garden. This was one vine that she put into pots with Miracle-Gro. There's a little cactus. There are her succulents. Oh, I just noticed she has some shells and rocks that I found when we went to the beach a few months ago. There are her succulents. These are the flowers that taste like vinegar, but they're dehydrated, so they'll need to come back to life. Some more succulents, and then some water plants and water plants. And these are her other succulents. Right here, there's the piano, and here are the paintings that Joseph did, Thomas, Max, and Eliza. I love these, they're so beautiful. See these little raspberries? Or they look like a berry? They're really just flower pods, and they turn into these really beautiful puffballs everywhere. This is Jason and Dennis and Deck. These are my very good friends, and we have gathered together for St. Patrick's Day as some foreign friends here in China. Kathy, you mentioned the large blossoms. Here's a tree that's all over Guangxi, and I wanted to show you the size of these blossoms. They fall off the trees, but they're like these bombs. and I've been hit in the head by them. They don't hurt, they're soft, but see all the red blossoms here? They just fall off, and that's the trunk of the tree. Anyway, the red ones are up there. And here are those other ones that I saw yesterday. Okay, sorry, we're on a little bit of a busy road and it's noisy here. You don't see campers very often, but here's a camper and there's a guy with a karaoke setup on top. That may look odd to you, but it's so common here in China that people just set up karaoke in a park and just sing to themselves like this. I love it. Okay, Rosie and I came climbing here today, and we've been climbing here a few times on this mountain, but I have never noticed this. Look at these tree roots. That is up like 30 feet from me. I'm gonna try to zoom in, but look at that. We just climbed up the back way and we were standing like up there, and you couldn't see all those until you got down here. Rosie was very surprised that I haven't noticed these. But look at that. Wow. There's also a big mess of trees or roots up there. Look at how those roots are bent around that corner. So we're on this trail up to a Buddhist shrine at the top, but this woman has amazingly long earlobes and arm. And then this is interesting. Fun. Okay, Rosie and I came down to Beihai, to the ocean. Here's our hotel. Anyway, we walked out to the beach and we found 2 jellyfish. Enormous jellyfish. Oh, jeez. No, but it touched my foot, and I know they can be poisonous even when they're dead. Anyway, this thing is like 2 feet across. Here, stand right there next to it so they can get the... You can see how big that is. And there's another one right over there. Just huge. I want to touch it, but I know some of these are really poisonous, so I'm not going to. So it turns out we've seen 30 or 40 of these. This one is, Rosie, stand by it. It is enormous.
It's big.
Come look at this. Look at the guts.
Ah.
Keep filming. Wow. Look at that.
Wow.
Just look at the...
Right.
Okay.
Have fun.
So we are out in the middle of the ocean having a picnic. Our Shaoxin Cao and our Saigon bananas. And there's a boat over there that's nice and big, and many other boats here. And there's the shore back there. So Rosie and I are on the balcony of our hotel. It's actually a shared balcony, but nobody's in that room. There's the ocean and the beach. And we are having barbecue. And Rosie said, "Oh honey, I want you to try silkworm cocoons with the silkworm inside." And I said, "Oh yeah, sure. Do you like them?" And what did she say?
No. I want you to try
Have you ever had them?
No.
No, she's never had them. So go ahead, film me having it. Silkworm.
Gross! How is it?
Tastes like dirt
Dirt?
with a little bit of poo. Not bad.
All right.
I just thought you might be all interested. This is eggplant covered in garlic. This is chicken heart. This is chicken gizzard. This is basically bacon. These are potatoes. This is balut. That is a duck,
Chicken?
or it's actually a chicken that started to grow inside the egg, but then they pulled it out before it was done. I just had one, it was delicious. This is fish, whole fish, and this is anchoin. These are quail, little quail that are barbecued, and green beans, or yeah, green beans. Anyway, thought you all might be interested. Okay, Rosie's about to have fertilized chicken
Blue?
balut.
Balut. I need to sip. One more. Balut.
Let's pop the whole thing in.
Very young baby chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I see the head and the feet. Gross. Really?
Yeah. Ochuma? It's good, huh? While she's chewing, I'm eating quail, barbecued quail. Good?
You can see the head, the feet, and some tiny fur. But when it's in your mouth, it's just meat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Rosie and I are driving back from Beihai, and I saw this light brown water buffalo. Normally they're really dark brown to black, and this is just so interesting. Its eyes aren't red, so I don't think it's an albino, but oh, it sure is interesting looking. Never seen one this color. It's beautiful though. I guess I should explain why we're here. There's an ancient tower over here, and we are 9 kilometers away from the start of the Silk Road. The famous Silk Road that went from Hepu, China, all the way through Western China and then through Asia, Asia Minor, and into Europe. This, where I am, is not the start of it, but this is kind of the little cultural heritage place for it. We may be going to the original start here in a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we wanted to come check this out. Show you that. Okay, Rosie and I are here at the tower. This tower was built in 1613, and all of these mounds that are all over this park here, this tower was built to elevate people up to see over all these grasslands, and they're all tombs, and experts estimate there are over 10,000 tombs here. A big temple was built over there, and that temple is now a museum. Sadly, it's closed right now. But you can see they have a little, they're showing when they excavated these tombs, they found stuff that goes back to the days of the Silk Road, which makes sense because we are at the start of the Silk Road. I thought you'd be interested to see this. It's a little bathroom, and we're in a cute little park. And in here, that's the urinal, and then these are the stalls for number 2. And they have a communal trough that just runs through, and no privacy. And so if you're in this stall and someone's going here, you get to see what they had for breakfast as it floats away.
7 up and 8 down.
Okay, that one.
2,
2,
3, again. 4, 7, 5, 6,
7 up.
7. OK。
你觉得可以吗？可以吃。
我觉得可以。
我觉得不可以吧？
我不能够接受，
Try.
因为我本来我就不吃肠子，可能。
Okay, this is Miles, and he just is eating. We're at a Sichuan hot pot. This is the really spicy one. This is the non-spicy. Here's raw beef. We put the beef in there. It gets cooked. That's cow stomach, and that he was dipping is goose intestine. And then this is like a local type of sauerkraut, and then tomatoes, which you understand, and then the sweetest of all is here. And yeah, this is my Chinese English class here, and we are having dinner.
Cow's brain.
And this interesting looking food is cow brain.
你吃饱了？你来，来看啊。
Hopefully we won't get bovine spongioencephalitis, known as mad cow disease. But we'll cook it long enough in all this peppery sauce.
海带怎么样？
Seaweed.
And this is seaweed. They tie it up in cute little knots.
Yes.
辣椒。
对，
I just bring this. Cheers.
We are down in Qingzhou. It is a city that is northwest of Beihai, so we're pretty close to the ocean. And this old building was built in the 1800s by a famous Chinese general. That's his statue over there. And he led the Chinese in the Qing dynasty against the French and the British in the Opium Wars. And he was 70 years old when he went to battle. And he brought a coffin with him because he figured he would die. And he lived to be 85. And he actually led the people against the Qing dynasty to set up the new People's Republic of China. So he is known as a very important Chinese historical figure. And this home goes back a few layers. It's very, very beautiful.
老板，我拿啦，谢谢。
So these are traditional,
mold.
very old traditional style shoes that Rosie used to wear as a child. They're wood and rubber, but the rubber comes from like old tires. Anyway, I've seen them in museums, but they still actually use them in this part of China. So I just
这款合适，但是还有点方
a
美
pair.
的，还有吗？那长一。 还在春风里，在哪里？天光里，你的笑容这样熟悉，我已是。
We are now literally on the border of China and Vietnam, and this is a very old community. I've seen several buildings that looked very Vietnamese, but there are none back here. This looks like happy chickens. Sorry for the bumpy video, but the road is very bumpy and I'm on my one wheel. Cool old buildings though. Okay, so here in Qingzhou, there are a bunch of old buildings here that are Vietnamese. But if you're looking at that and wondering like, why is that Vietnamese? Well, Vietnam was a French colony for many, many years. And so, so the Vietnamese culture looks a lot like French culture. And Vietnam is the only country in Asia that has a wine and a coffee culture as part of their culture because of the French. Anyways, we're very close to the Vietnamese border here in Qingzhou and thought you might be interested. So this is one banyan tree, but then in the middle there is a different tree that's just been totally engulfed by the banyan tree. You know, right there. But so spectacular. This is called Lovebird Tree, and 180 years ago it was 2 trees, but the trunks grew together and just kind of mixed and it became one tree. And there's a little monument here explaining this little lover's tree. It's beautiful. Okay, this river right here, that is Vietnam on the other side of the river. There's a big fence down there, which you can see keeps people from Vietnam getting into China, but on the Vietnamese side, they don't have anything. So those people swimming right there, they are in Vietnam. We are about 1,300 meters up in the mountains, so quite high for Guangxi. And this mountain is terraced for tea. This is the tea plant. This farmer here is preparing this rice paddy. Rice paddy is grown. Oh, and that woman there is putting the rice in. I'll go get a close-up on the tea here in just a bit. Okay, so this is the tea, and the plants come up to about my knee, and they keep them short like this so that they can always pluck them. There's a green little grasshopper. You can tell the tea is organic because lots of little bug bites. But the tea from here is famous for being, it's called mountain tea. There's a cute girl.
Hey, babe, I did this before
You did this
when I was young.
when you were young, wow.
When I was playing. Here,
Did you actually work or did you just play in the mud?
I worked.
Beautiful little valley up there. So they have little greenhouses, and they start the grass, or the rice grass. It just looks like a lawn coming up, and it grows very, very close. And these greenhouses are about 1 meter wide by 10 meters long, and they pull up the whole root, and then they come out and they plant them like this, and then they spread. It's a lot of work. So we're on the back side of that mountain. We were just over there looking up, but this, I don't know if you can tell from this video, but that mountain is huge over there. The tea plantation just goes all the way up. And then down in the middle of the valley are more rice paddies. And if you can hear that machinery, it's like a little rototiller thing. So beautiful here. Okay, you can see that rototiller better now. That is a very specific rice tiller, or rice paddy tiller. It has big paddles for wheels because you have to deal with the mud. And then there are some Chinese geese and a chicken. Anyway, there's your Chinese farming lesson for today. So that's what I was talking about. That's how they start the rice. And you can see those little loops. They used to be covered, but now it's warm. So they grab each little plant, and then they take each individual plant to put in the paddies and spread them out. And that's the cycle of rice. So sorry about the wind noise, but this is why we came. This is what we came for. This is a Yao village, which is an ethnic minority. But look at all the people planting rice. Tis the season. But this little village way up here in the mountains, very, very old village. So we're deep up in that village, and there are some really old houses. This is the old style, and that's the older style. Those are clay bricks and clay walls. And these ponds are the old ponds for doing laundry. It doesn't look like they're still doing laundry there anymore, but this is the little stream that's moving down through the village. I'll just show you a little bit more here. Old wall, another old building here. Oh yeah. Let's go check out these old buildings. Here is that clay house up close. It's quite a big house here. Very old foundation here. And then some neat old buildings. And this is a tiny, tiny lane. Not big enough for a vehicle. That's how they cook, with the wood. More old houses not in use. This pagoda is built in the ancient tradition of no nails or screws. All of the wood is cut and mortised to fit, and yeah, no nails anywhere in here. It's so cool. Sorry about the locust noise, but this tree right here is 500 years old, and this one is also 500 years old, roughly. They're Chinese yew trees, and we're on a little pathway here that's gonna lead us up to a tree that is 1,000 years old. We're just not quite sure where it is.
What are you doing?
Grinding wheat so you can make me bread, woman.
Okay, bread. Do we have a like a stove, electric stove?
You gotta cook it on a fire.
I think you need to build one. Don't build watches.
I'll build that next. Hi, Kathy. This is my good friend Dennis. He's from Russia. Say hello.
Hi.
Say hello in Russian.
Привет.
Привет. And here's Rosie,
Hey.
who you saw at the wedding. He's the one that saved my life tonight. So thank you for the response you sent. Spence, this is our bed here, and the mattress is a foam mattress, like a memory foam, and it's really thin, from Thailand, very comfortable, and it's a big box bed, and watch what it does. The whole thing lifts up, and so here's the slats, but it's winter blankets and sheets and toilet paper, and Rosie has a whole suitcase down there full of two suitcases.
Two suitcases.
Yeah. Anyway, and it has these hinges just like you would get on like the trunk of a car. And then go ahead and close it. And you just close it down. And then the bed it's about a queen size bed. And it's very comfy, but huge under there. What? What's the problem?
No problem. Nothing is a problem. I'm just too sensitive because of my period. I'm going to blame my period.
You just ruined the secret video I'm taking of you.
Gross! Delete it!
Okay, we're visiting this tomb we're in Guangzhou, the capital of Guangdong. And this king was the king of the Nanyue kingdom. And this is the map of the kingdom. Now, Luzhou is right here. So Luzhou and there's Nanning. This is the Hainan Island. These are all different provinces now, and they got pulled into China a couple thousand years. How long ago?
1,000 something.
Yeah, 1,000 something years ago. The Qing dynasty is what unified all of China. But this king that we're visiting today was the king of this dynasty. This is the coffin of the emperor, and it is jade, tiles, and silk thread. And the emperor was laid to rest in this jade coffin, hand sewn. We are out having dim sum, and we sat down at a table that already had food on it, and they're cleaning it up. And our little nephew decided to help clean up, and he just helped himself with food right off the table from the previous customers. This is Rosie's and my favorite tea here in China. Rosie doesn't like the traditional green or black tea, so we get a chrysanthemum tea. And they're just chrysanthemum flowers steeped in hot water. And it's wonderful. It tastes just like they smell, which is sweet and lovely.
Yes, it's cold.
Yeah, I think that's why that kid was crying. That is about about 10 inches long from the end of those hind legs to the front. Wow, that is interesting looking. Hi, little guy. Okay. Here are the pools up there. But the edges look dry, unfortunately.
It's shiny down there.
Yes, maybe that's a good sign.
Sad. Oh, all dry.
I'll try.
Gross, babe. What happened to people?
Well, we've got some water here. These pools are full, these pools are full, but the big swimming pool down there is still empty. It's about up to my thigh. And when it's all done, it'll be up to my chest. Rosie and I are at the ocean south of China, Beihai. We're enjoying our morning coffee. Uh-huh. Here's our little Airbnb we rented. There are our fun one wheels over in the corner that we like to zoom around
I
on.
have to tell them about the sofa.
Oh, the sofa doesn't go here. It goes over there, but we moved it to the window because why would you not have the sofa at this window? Frogs are making this noise. Stopped. Well, it tastes better than I thought it would. It tastes less like cud, more like shit, but it's passable. It's okay. Okay, here's the update on the CSS. C for cow, S, use your imagination, last S for soup, CSS. This is my second bowl. It's actually, it's good. It's actually good. If you can get past the smell of, then it's actually tastes good. Well, I just finished my second bowl, and just to set the record clear, Rosie does not like this. And she told me about cow soup, and so of course I said I have to try it. And when we came to the restaurant tonight, and when I walked in and it smelled like a barn, I said, I don't want it. And she said, you have to. I was like, no, I don't want this. She's like, you have to. We're in this city, it's only served here, you gotta have it. So I had it, I sucked it up, and it's good-ish. Hey Joseph, this is our wall of photos from the year, and you'll notice right on our special wall, success.
Yes.
No time for work and play, so I gotta fit it all together.
Someone behind you. Someone behind you.
Good.
Attendants getting mad at them.
Wow. If they had a tramp in here, would it be a tramp, Pauline? So that I don't get the bars in the footage. No, I'm holding it very tightly. Yeah. Okay, we're recording.
Alright, let's go. Okay, Max, beginning. Max. Okay, we're recording.
I've got my fingers planted on the thing. I've just got my thumb on the end. That's really neat. Yeah, I like how I do that. I just planted of that the toenail. Got really good control. Coming?
Okay. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm drunk. I'm rich. I'm awake. I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich, 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 rich.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You've never known, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Okay, there's Rosie over there, and and that's where I just was making the last video. There is the pagoda over there, and I think this trail links down over to there, but I'm not sure. It's starting to drizzle here just a little bit, but anyway, I just came on the next mountain that was over, but that one is substantially higher. That one I want to hit next time, and then I want to see if we can get over to that pagoda. But this is a spectacular network, and these stairs are just tiny and old, and it just feels very cool. I'm in heaven. We just passed a duck farm, and there's 1,000 ducklings. They're all so cute and tiny. So we just climbed that tower. That's the picture that I posted to the group here. And I'm on another tower here that's very big. And you can see Luzhou. This is Boo Boo Gao over here. This is the place where I go rock climbing. And that, well, let's see if I can, no, too many trees. I can't see anything else really. The red building over there is where we used to live. We meaning me and my family, my children. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out today.
Fun? Is it fun?
Okay.
Ow, 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 ow.
You're gonna come up right under it. Okay. Rosie, turn around and go back up. I want to show Grace.
Okay. Hello?
How fun would that be? You could safely learn to drive on 2 wheels.